Friendship Warriors is my imaginations, my dreams and emotions manifested into a picture.
I never thought a movie would have such a big impact on my life.
What a classic movie this is. I cannot stress on how classic this is.
Great. Sorry, Emily. Great.
Friendship Warriors to me was more of a life-changing event, basically, in a sense.
Friendship Warriors is literally the greatest piece of work that myself, along with everybody else involved with this project, has ever done.
That was good.
I'm getting my makeup.
Yeah, that was good.
Here we are refurbishing the Aqua Bar.
Well, I would have to say, first off, this was a team effort movie. This movie could not have been done without every single person contributing everything they could.
Sword of Fury!
Okay, are we gonna say action soon?
Friendship Warriors originally started back in, I believe, the year was 2000, where we would have lots of sleepovers in my basement, and we started filming fantasy skits, very comedic, and it resembled a lot of Friendship Warriors.
Not until I got the call from Dustin Hurst about an idea he had. But, before this idea for Friendship Warriors, me and Dustin did some little films together with his camera. The camera was a piece of crap, but it doesn't matter because it was, they were funny little movies and we liked them a lot.
Before we go and search for the gauntlet, we need to buy goods from a temple merchant.
A temple merchant!
Why, hello, brave soul. We require your assistance.
We must buy needs for our trip to the great mountain of Hoo-Ha.
Obviously, you are not speaking the language of the gods.
But we never thought we'd do a movie that would really change our view of society.
As we go in big battles fighting kings and goblins and swords and things like that.
Die!
And then eventually, when I moved up to Clearfield, Sean Mislinski came up to visit me, and I remembered these old skits we used to do. So I asked him, Sean, would you like to, do one of these skits like good old times? So we did, and that's just literally how Friendship Warriors began. We just let's think of a goofy title, really funny. And Sean, of course, with Friendship Warriors, with two heroes traveling mystic land.
We are now Friendship Warriors! Go! The Friendship Warriors have returned.
Quickly!
And a lot of the ideas and things we did in the original skits, we put into the Friendship Warriors movie. The dancing scene when we played Metallica, the bartender scenes, the guard at the gate, a lot of things, a lot of jokes and a lot of scenes, and definitely the prison scenes. I remember that one, quite comedic. Friendship Warriors was just a compilation of all these ideas that we had lying around.
Hi, I'm the Emperor!
Yes.
That's not for sale! It's not for sale!
Dun dun.
But what is thine?
Oh.
The platinum ball?
Please, be careful!
The sacred energy power platinum ball that helped me discover the destiny of the Crystal Sea?
People say this helped two people discover the Crystal Sea!
Can I have it?
No! No! It's not for sale!
What is for sale?
Nothing.
Very well.
Everything for free! Everything!
Glazer, this is horrible.
It's not so bad. I mean, he may have locked us in some bathroom prison, but at least I get some magazines.
Here's some brownie. Hope you like it. The rats did.
Oh, thank you.
Eat it.
A brownie.
Eat it.
Great, man. This prison's awesome.
Where's the babe? Tell me your plan.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pretend that I'm really, really ill and scream out to the guards. Okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna pretend that I'm really, really ill and fool the guard.
Good idea!
Yeah, so when the guard comes in, we'll beat him up and take his clothes.
Sweet! Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh!
Help me! I'm really hurt!
I think he broke his head open and his brains are spilling out.
Yeah, oh, man! I'm in total pain. Please, don't bring anybody along, but come in.
Please save my friend. He might die.
Who do they take me for? I know they're trying to plant a trap and they're probably gonna hurt me, but hey, what the heck? What do I got to lose? I'll just go in there.
Oh, quick! Okay, wait here. I'll go get another guard. You could wear its outfit.
This thief will be put to death by hanging. Any of those who oppose may speak now. You don't count.
I do count.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Glazer, quick! Your sword! It's me, Pilot, and I'm here to rescue you!
Oh no.
Let's go! Yeah!
No you don't.
Come on! Glazer, we must get to the temple! Wait, you feel a rumbling?
You feel that?
A light!
Whoa!
I am a sorcerer angel, here to bring you to my home planet.
Why do you want us to go to your home planet?
Why should we go to your home planet?
Because I drew your names out of a hat.
We're being teleported!
No!
No, my body's tingling.
What is this place?
Come on, over here.
No, I can't see.
You can't see. Just walk over here.
Where do I go from here?
Come on, over here. You can't see. Well, I can't hear.
Where do I go?
Welcome to my grand temple of Kamatra.
Mage's here.
Here is my monk.
Wait a second. Don't I know you from somewhere?
Let me bless you with my belly dances. Let us begin. Let me show you to your quarters.
So, what do you say, me and you go find that emperor and save the world, huh?
What are you doing?
Nothing. Hey. Let's go find that emperor.
And I remember Derek Strauss finally had the ability to edit an entire movie, and Ted Newsom finally got a good camera so we could film an entire movie, and all we needed was an idea, and I had it, Friendship Warriors.
Mainly, the four people were me, Ted, Dustin, and Sean, but not in that order. I would have to say, Sean definitely carried the funny. I mean, if there was no Sean, it would just be a really boring movie. I mean, I wouldn't want to watch it. I mean, who would want to watch it anyway?
My character was Laser. He was a forest wizard.
I bring you no harm.
Powers. More powers than anyone else, except for the Emperor in the movie. Anyways, Forest Wizard, he was a funny character.
Ted Newsom, I was very impressed with his acting, because originally we were supposed to use Jason White as the soldiers.
Die, you evil spawn of Satan!
Here's some brownie. Hope you like it. The rats did.
I was actually originally wanting to use Jason White for everything. You know, emperors, soldiers, even the women.
Hi, I'm the Emperor.
Welcome to my grand temple of Kamatra.
I am a sorcerer angel, here to bring you to my home planet.
But he was camping that week when we started filming, and you know, again, problems. So I'm like, Ted, could you please play the soldier? And of course, you know, you're completely up for the role, and I feel it was probably a better decision.
When I heard I might be playing a role in the actual movie, see, in the beginning I was just going to be the director of photography / cameraman, and it turned out I did play quite a lot of roles in the movie. It turned out I played a god.
Yes!
I played a bartender.
So, cool mint paste aftertaste?
I think I played a male prostitute.
Good deal. Hey, you guys, I like you guys, so I'll give you the deal.
No. I played a variety of characters that just great characters. They were so full of life.
Oh, it's just you damn bastards.
It's funny because Ted was all dressed up in his armor during the movie. He was a I don't know what Dustin called him, some kind of trooper or warrior or something. But he looked really cool.
What are you boys doing here?
He could have done a little better acting, but he was really good with the armor.
They were just great to play. I'm actually glad that the angel Jason was camping that weekend, because I got to play his roles.
So yeah, I was very impressed with Ted Newsom. Derek Strauss I never planned on him being in the picture at all, and then I can't remember who or what brought up the idea of using him as the robot monster. We were going to just literally chop at a plant like we did in the original skits. We just chopped at a plant.
It's a robot monster! Ah! Not again! scumbag.
But in this, we actually created a monster, and again, I feel that was a great decision. Derek did a very impressive job at acting.
Now, one of the more unpleasant scenes was, actually when I was playing the role of the Rhubarb Monster. And what was happening, I stripped down to my boxers. They were actually Dustin's boxers because I borrowed them because I didn't want to soil my trousers. And, the purpose behind this was we wanted to make me look very woodsy, natural. So we stripped me down to my boxers, and we actually covered me in this really itchy, terrible burlap, and we covered my whole body with burlap, and with all the grass being tossed around, it was rather uncomfortable. And the worst part of it is they had to hose me down afterwards because I had to go home.
Hose them down, good boy.
Clean the parasites off the skin.
Just then, and I was gonna get a ride in their car, and it was very unpleasant being hosed down with freezing cold water. This was in the middle of winter. There was no snow, but it was
It was summer.
Shut up.
Arm this.
Swords crushed. Forever. Forever.
We first ran production August of 2002.
I did not know what I was getting into until about the final filming hours, which were 20 years ago. Actually, they were about 4 years ago. It was about 4 years ago. It was about 2 years ago. Friendship Warriors was 2002. This interview is 2004. It's 2 years ago.
I remember that day perfectly because the very first day of filming, we literally filmed half the video in that day, half the movie in one day.
In the first part of the movie, which was basically filmed in a whole day.
Yeah, we worked pretty damn hard on this set. As you can see, we got the bum that's on some kind of drug with a dirty foot. And we got the bum down here drinking his booze. Yeah, we worked really hard on this.
But it was definitely one of the most progressive days we ever went through, and definitely one of the most stressful days, if you know what I mean.
So, how many movies have you starred in lately?
A few. Why?
Is this one pretty good?
No, we haven't even started filming yet.
Oh.
Jeez.
Ass munch.
How does he look, Doc? That's good. That's good. Okay, don't touch your face.
Okay,
are we gonna say action soon?
I believe the most difficult thing about Friendship Wars ever is that it was never written down. It was never written down.
The weird thing about this movie was none of us really knew what was going on except for the writer, Dustin Hurst. We didn't know what came next.
Okay, what should I do?
Really, maybe a few of us did, but most of us, including myself, didn't really know what was going on.
I was the only one on set that knew what was going on. Sean, of course, you know, he was the one who created all of the jokes and everything, haha.
Hey, did I mention I killed an Indian woman with my feet?
But tell us again.
I think what Dustin did such a good job of doing was making sure he knew in his mind what the movie was trying to say to the audience. You see, he had the whole script up here. He never wrote down a script. And I really found that amazing.
So I had to remember scenes that we filmed prior to that day and feed people their lines. Like, for example, the angel. We filmed the angel scene. That was one of the very last things we ever filmed was the angel scenes. So I had to remember what we said 2 months ago when we filmed ourselves talking to the sky, saying, what did I say? Why, it's the angel. What great, counsel do you bring us now?
Why, it's the angel. What great counsel do you bring us now?
Okay, I was wrong about the Emperor's powers. You're not strong enough.
Well, duh. I wish you would have told us that a little earlier.
What a fag.
I had to remember my line saying that and then feed it to Jason White so he can recite it back to us. It was very difficult, but I was so driven. I was able to remember it.
He never let me write any part of the script. Any ideas I had, he would completely throw out of the way, and really pissed me off. And I just got pissed. I got really upset. But then I thought, you know what? This isn't my movie. Okay, this ain't mine. Actually, the truth is, some of my ideas were actually put in the movie. Actually, a lot of mine were.
Behold, thou hast come upon thy holy garden of truth.
And fruits and vegetables where we may feast.
And eat. Pilot, I will take care of this.
No!
Wait, blooper.
Ah, Glazer, why it's a tavern. A place to gather strength and get drunk.
Cut, that was terrible. Sloppy!
Probably 80% of my ideas were in the movie.
One of the very biggest walls we kept running into was police.
Filming this movie, I didn't think that we'd get in trouble with the law. But at the Capitol, we almost got arrested. When we went to Antelope Island, we almost got arrested.
I remember particularly one story on Antelope Island. We were up on a cliff edge filming. It was just before we went to Mira. And, we sang our song with the Aquabahn, fought the Emperor.
Where's it taking you?
It must be to the Crystal Sea, but... You're the Crystal Sea. The sea is inside of me.
If you notice, in one of the shots, Glazer seems very discouraged when fighting and is very just dull looking. Well, because he noticed that down on the parking lot there was about like 5 Syracuse cop cars waiting for us with binoculars looking up at us. So when we went down there, we got all done shooting everything. I want to make sure we get everything done before we get arrested. We go down there. They all had their guns drawn, bulletproof vests, and everything. I guess they believe that my wooden gun was real, and also unfortunately they noticed that my brother David, his car was about 1 year behind registration, so it was about $1,000 fine, if you know what I mean.
In Friendship Wars, I think costumes were basically a classic of the movie. Because if you look here, you can see some of the costumes on the front cover. Maybe it's on the back. But I think they were great, especially Glazer's costume. Sean Myslinski. He had this bathrobe on with these water slippers. You know, for when you go in the beach or something, designed for water. He had those on with a bathrobe that smelled like an old grandma, and he had these gloves, these cut-off gloves. He had like a shower towel, like when you get out of the shower, of course you dry yourself off with a towel. He had a shower towel wrapped around his chest area. It's quite amusing seeing when we get in trouble by the police, when we get in trouble by the cops, when they would, you know, they would look at him. It's quite funny, kind of laugh. It's a good laugh. It's a great laugh.
When filming at the Capitol, they locked down the Capitol, and my brother was locked down inside the state Capitol, and he had to sneak out the back window, and then so we met up with him and then we started walking away.
Well, usually I'm not supposed to do this, but since I'm having such a great day... Come on, let's go!
Okay.
We went to the state capitol, Salt Lake City. We almost got arrested for filming and not calling because we had swords and guns. And you know, a cop came and almost arrested us. And that's when I knew this wasn't fairyland anymore. This is serious. Hammer.
Policeman came out with a shotgun again, believed all weapons was real. It was quite funny too, because we're dressed in our costumes, and when he wanted to give us body searches, you know, he would claim, "Hey, you in the bathrobe." You know, of course we laughed about it afterwards, but at the time we were very scared.
At the time, I was thinking, wow, we are getting arrested for dumb things. But now I gotta think, this is their job. This is what they get money for, and they need money to feed their families and the children.
So, some of the Friendship Warriors, some of the filming locations weren't quite what I desired, due to the fact that there was a requirement of either hiking or if you will.
This movie had a lot of distance in between where we filmed. We traveled extensively every day to film this movie. We went from mountains to sorry.
And back then, I don't think I was in the greatest shape to hike up an entire mountain, which was where the Aqua Bar was located. Because I remember specifically remember hiking up that mountain with Glazer, which is Sean Myslinski, and pilot was Dustin Hurst, and walking up that mountain, it was a hard experience. It was a terrible hot summer's day, and I know that Sean and myself have had it. It was just hectic for us. We just wanted to get back to the hotel because we had a helicopter on standby at the top of the mountain.
We went to mountains, to streets, far away to more mountains in the east of Salt Lake City. The funny thing is, here's the funny part about the whole deal. Alright? Wait. Please, stop. Stop it, please. Wait for me.
I also want to put a large emphasis on the editing process itself. I want to put a large emphasis on the editing process itself, seeing as it is not an easy process in any way. We had 5 people stuffed into a single room, cramped in front of a single monitor, and every single person wanted to get some sort of input onto this film.
And it was quite interesting in the editing room because we each had our roles allocated to specific roles.
I would say I was more of the technical aspect of the Friendship Warriors, in that I didn't even jump on the boat until about halfway through the movie. I mean, I would say 90% of the footage, I was not even there for the filming of it.
Derek Strosters was the chief editor. It was his computer, so of course it's going to be chief editor. I do remember Dustin Hurst was more of the coordinator, telling Derek where to put scenes, because he was the only one there that really knew what went next, because he was a writer, of course. And I was more of a secondary editor, just watching along the sidelines, making sure everything was going smoothly.
David made it increasingly hard because he was the cheese filter. He wouldn't let anything cheesy get by.
There was David, the Emperor. He was there for most of the editing. He was more the cheese coordinator. He brought us cheese when we needed it, and it was good cheese. It's great cheese.
And it was really conflicting with what Dustin wanted. So it was like you had 2 people bickering to do 2 completely different things, and it was like, oh, Derek, do this. Oh, no, Derek, don't do this. And then I was stuck having to secretly do something that they didn't even know about, either one of them, because they didn't know the technology of the editing at the time.
If I was in absolute control of this movie, it would have not been as good as it is now. With everybody's input, it became 1,000 times greater than I ever imagined.
Chili cheese. These are new. They did not have these at the time of the filming of Friendship Warriors. These are relatively new technology. Speaking of technology, the technology we used for editing was much simpler back then than it was today. It was this was the actual mechanical device we used for editing the video. It came with many filters and effects. Also, what we used to do the special effects, like the snake creature,
Magic serpent!
and the other things like that, was this and this device right here. It was a very complicated process. You people would not understand how complex it would be. Now, let me explain. Does it make sense?
The forest wizard that my character was, he lived in a forest before he was found by Pilot. We actually filmed the scene where Pilot got me after we filmed the first scene.
One of the most important things that I would have to say is, with the first scene, is that makes editing so crucial is, the first scene where Dustin is in the town tromping around, and when it cuts to the scene where Dustin is in the forest and he meets Glazer. there was actually 3 months difference in the time when they were filmed, so they were on like totally separate tapes. Pay really close attention. His shoes are actually a little different, and he forgot his hat. In fact, that's why he made it up on the spot that that's how he would meet Glazer. He asked him, "Did you just take my hat?"
Hey, where's my hat? You took my hat. Did you take my hat?
Peace be unto you, soldier.
Peace be unto you, soldier. On a different note, I would like to speak about some of the fallacies in the movie that were actually rather comedic. There was this one scene, it actually involved me, and what it was, I was playing the role of the Rhubarb Monster, one of my 2 roles, and I was fighting against Dustin and the cameraman in the background. I could have edited this out, but I didn't notice it at the time, so it just got reproduced into the final copy. But if you listen and turn it up really loud, it's very clear. You can hear him say, "Fight." Fight. And it's very distinct, and it's funny because nobody notices it. It just sort of blends in with the background audio.
One other thing that was quite interesting was the sword fighting in Friendship Warriors. It was very complicated. It's very hard for me to jump to the acting role of coordinating a sword fight than filming a movie. It was a very different experience for me. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know anything.
In the earlier scenes where Dustin is battling Sean, Sean is striking a metal sword against a wooden gun. And it makes a loud clang noise, and that was actually dubbed in from when Sean was hitting the metal against something that was metal, and other noises that were recorded it later in the studio.
Friendship Warriors, not only is it the title of the movie, but the relationship between Pilot and Glazer, obviously those are fictional caricatures forced to be friends. Well, in real life, me and Sean were excellent friends. Friendship ever since I can remember.
Good work, Glazer. We're becoming a great team.
I know.
And so it was very easy to work with him since we were already friends.
The relationship I had with my my crew on set, I believe was a good relationship, but there was conflict every once in a while that really hurt me during filming, and some days I couldn't even film, be on set to play my role. But when we got along, as the cast got along and worked together, we learned how to love one another as individuals, not look at our careers as egotistical mind-lockers.
Wonderful comedic talent out into the spectrum of intellectual stories and plot and conflicts and solutions. It's very intricate and delicate the way it congeals together to make this beautiful movie. I mean, the photography, that's another key thing. I mean, you can have a person acting, and if you don't have it being filmed by my good friend Ted Newsom, it's just it's nothing. It's if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one there to hear it, what does it sound like? I mean,
Sean Myslinski is a quite funny character. I think Sean Myslinski is a quite funny character. He tends to draw you into the comedic aspect of the film rather than making it look fake. He is great at that. I think there is no Friendship Warriors without Sean Masinski. He makes or breaks the movie. It's just hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I don't think Pilot's funny at all. I don't think anyone's funny. I don't think myself's funny. I watch it basically just to get a kick out of Sean. Seriously. I only think that's the only good part of the movie. Sean Masinski.
And I feel that if I, what really moves me and what makes me emotional, if I can put that into a video properly, then people can feel that same feeling that I have. And if that I obtain that, then I've reached my ultimate goal. And that is all I seek. That is all I seek artistically. Is just be able to manifest my feelings and thoughts into this video. I mean, it's literally everything I've ever wanted in life.
I think he is a very underrated script writer, or whatever you'd like to call it. I think he is just absolutely fantastic. I don't know about any other movies though. Maybe he's not good at those. Maybe he's just good at fantasy movies. We'll have to see. Maybe Friendship Warriors 2 would be a big flop, eh? Probably will.
I want to say that I like this movie a lot.
Your voice changed. Okay.
I mean,
What? What are you talking about?
Hold on. I'm gonna roll here.
He could have done a little better acting, but he was really good with the armor. Kidding, that was a joke. I was completely kidding. No, don't put that in, I was joking.
Oh.
But it didn't go over well. I'm gonna try to get rid of it.
This makes sense.
I cannot remember.
You really weren't there.
Shut up! I did all the. But anyways,
you weren't there for the building.
Probably 80% of my ideas were the movie. So, I was happy.
I like when you're putting a guilt trip on him. Keep doing that. That's funny.
No.